In the beginning of the story we see Yui sleeping near a tree. After waking up she touches the flower of that tree which immediately starts blooming, and then she hears someone call her as Eve. Yui turns to look but no one is there when she wakes up and sees that 3 of the 6 brothers are present in her room. Ayato tries to drink Yui's blood but both the brothers stop him as they also want to drink Yui's blood. The 3 brothers surround Yui and drink her blood. Reiji scolds all 3 for drinking Yui's blood so early in the morning, but despite this, Ayato tries again to drink Yui's blood, then suddenly their car jumps in the air and explodes, but all the people in the car survive by jumping out of the car. The brothers think their car getting burnt like this is not an accident but seems like someone's plan. Just then their eyes fall on 4 strangers standing on top of the mountain. One of them calls Yui as Eve. After that all 4 disappear from there. The brothers understand that those people are also vampires like them, but they are not pure blood vampires like them. Yui seems to hear the voice of that vampire somewhere. Even after coming home, Yui keeps thinking about the same people and suddenly she hears the same voice again. Then Ko comes close to her ears and says something. Yui runs away from him but on the way she sees another brother Azusa. Only then she collides with the 3rd brother Yuma. Yui escapes from all 3 and runs towards the mansion, but on the way she meets Ruki, the 4th brother, who knocks her unconscious. When Yui opens her eyes, she finds herself in an unknown house. She sees Ruki sitting in front of her. Yui tries to ask him the reason for bringing her here but Yuma hits the wall and tells her to keep quiet. Ko also comes there and then suddenly Azusa holds Yui's hand and asks if she likes pain, all of which makes Yui very nervous. After this, the 4 brothers introduce themselves and tell her that now Yui will have to stay with them in their mansion. When Yui tries to go back, Ruki stops her. He asks Yui why she wants to go back to a place where she is used as livestock by those brothers. Yui replies that they also want to use her as livestock. He calls Yui as Eve and says that they need her blood. Yui tries to convince them that she is not Eve but they do not listen to her at all. Ruki looks into her eyes and says that she is Eve and can help them find Adam, so they do not listen to Yui and lock her in the room. Elsewhere, the brothers do not see Yui anywhere in the mansion. They are very upset for not being able to drink her blood but think that she will come back on her own. After a while Yui comes out of her room and tries to run away from the mansion. But troubled by the sound of the bell, she sits down. When she looks in front, Ruki is standing in front of her, who takes her to his room. He explains to her that if she tries to run away, she will be punished. Yui's eyes fall on a photo kept on the table. Ruki turns that photo face down and calls her Eve, comes near her and starts sucking her blood. Yui pushes him away but he comes near and starts sucking her blood again. Next day Yui again sees the same tree in her dreams and tries to touch it but wakes up from her dream. Yui comes out of the room and sees that all 4 brothers are having dinner. They invite Yui to have dinner with them. Yui notices that the 4 brothers get along well. They then start going to school but they forbid Yui to accompany them to school as the enemy vampires can see her. They leave Azusa with her to keep an eye on Yui. Later, Azusa asks Yui to come to his room as he wants to show her something. Yui fearfully goes to his room. Azusa shows Yui lots of silver knives, then asks if she hates him, saying he comes close to her and shows a knife. He wants to stab Yui with this knife. Yui begs Azusa not to do this, then Azusa gives her the knife and asks her to cut him. Yui accidentally injured his hand, which brings back a childhood memory for Azusa in which he is bullied by some kids and this makes him overjoyed. Yui tries to go out of the room but he stops her and starts sucking Yui's blood. Azusa finds Yui's blood very sweet and delicious. Yui pleads with Azusa to stop but he does not stop and calls her Eve. He keeps sucking her blood with great pleasure. Yui faints from weakness. The next day, Yui is thinking about Azusa's words while taking a bath when Yuma asks her to come with him. He takes her to pluck tomatoes with him in the garden. Yui is quite surprised to see him growing tomatoes as a vampire has no need to eat tomatoes. Yuma tells Yui that he likes to eat vegetables as all 4 brothers were once normal humans. Yuma feeds Yui a tomato, after which he brings her to a corner and starts drinking her blood. Yui tries to escape but he catches her and starts sucking her blood forcefully. Yui faints and when she wakes up Yuma gives her a piece of sugar to eat. In the evening all the four brothers talk about Yui's awakening. They want to awaken Yui at any cost. One day Ko comes to meet Yui in her room. He gives her a bunch of flowers and then he tries to suck Yui's blood in exchange for the flowers, but Yui pushes him away, which enrages him. He breaks all the flowers and starts sucking Yui's blood by pinning her to the ground. After this Yui faints and dreams about the tree. When she regains consciousness there is no one in the room. Yui asks the other three brothers about Ko. They tell that Ko is doing some work. After a while Yui sees Ko coming in through the door. Ko asks her to walk to his room. Ko asks Yui to help him take off his wet clothes. Yui asks about the scars on Ko's back. Ko tells that when he was young he used to live in the gutter. He always dreamt of coming out of it and one day he came out of the gutter, but some special people caught him and took him where there were other children like him, but he was a beautiful child, so he was given special treatment. They dressed him in nice clothes and sent to rich people's house. Yui gets sad after hearing his sad story, so Ko tells that a good thing happened that he met his other three brothers there. Ko invites Yui to sleep with him but at night he is haunted by dreams of his childhood. Next day Ruki comes to Yui's room and gives her school uniform and asks her to get ready for school. Yui gets ready and arrives at school with the four brothers, who drop her off on her way to the class. A little further Yui meets Reiji. Yui tries to explain to him what happened to her but Reiji does not care or listen to her. Suddenly Lito comes close to her ears and accuses her of cheating. Karen also vents his displeasure to Yui. They inform Yui that Ayato is looking for her but today he has not come to school. After this, Yui sees that Ko is surrounded by many girls. Then Shubaru grabs Yui's hand and drags her to the terrace with him. There, Shubaru asks Yui whether she is living with the four brothers of her own free will, but Yui is unable to answer him. Just then Ko also comes there and he grabs Yui's hand and starts to take her away, but Shubaru grabs Yui and pulls her towards him and he starts sucking her blood. After sucking her blood Shubaru leaves from there. After that Ko comes close to her and he also starts sucking Yui's blood. Yui's eyes fill with pain and sadness. So friends, now let's end this part here. If you want to know what happens next with Yui, then tell us by commenting. We will make the next part. I hope you guys like the video. If you come for the first time then do not forget to subscribe the channel. I will meet you in the next one. Thank you for watching the video.